Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mathics. Today, we have an amazing problem here to solve. And the trick to solving this question is this part. Okay, it's a decimal. We could write this as 1 over 4. Okay, so now the base here is 4, but the base here is 1 over 4. Okay, before we go on and do it, I want you to go and find the subscription button here and click on it so that we keep in touch. Okay. Now, let's go back to the question at hand. 1 over 4 to power of x minus 2. Okay. Let's have a reminder here. If I ask you to do, for example, 2 to power of negative 3, if I ask you to do this, well, how do you do this? Well, what we do here is it becomes 1 over 2 to power of, instead of negative 3, becomes positive 3. Okay. Now, if we apply the same rule here, it's 1 over 4 to power of x minus 2. Okay. We apply a negative here to the power. We apply this to a negative. And as a result, 1 over 4 becomes 4. So let's just here. Then this will be 4. When we apply the negative, 2 minus x. Okay, so we have this here now. So let's see the change in the equation. No. Okay. So this would be 4. We're not going to change this part. 4 minus 1 plus, I'm going to keep this 4 for now. But this term would be this term. Okay. So multiply by 4 times 2 minus x, with large minus x, equals 17. Okay. And we know that now this is 4 to power of 1. When we multiply, we add these two, right? We sum them up, we plus them. So it's going to be 4, the same thing, x minus 1 plus 4, what's a bad plus? 4 power of 3 minus 6. Now I have a suggestion. You see, the bases are 4, okay? How can two numbers with base of 4 end up being 17? Well, one idea is to make them 1 plus 16. If you do that, and you manipulate the equation, you try to do some guesswork, I think you could find some of the answers. So go on and do this. Try to guess the answers. And then we continue the equation. You check if your guesses are correct or not. Okay, so let's continue this. So I still don't like the fact that this x is positive, this x is negative. So I want to get rid of that. To do that, well, I need to multiply this by a negative. So as a result, this part becomes, okay, again, 1 over 4, okay, to so 1 over 4, but this part will be multiplied by minus 1. So it becomes negative 3, okay, plus x, okay? And then this would also become 1 over 4 to power of, okay, negative 3 plus x, right? So I'm going to apply this. Let's see, I'm going to clean these. And let's go to write the next line now. This is going to be 4x minus 1. Okay. Plus 1 over 4 the power of x minus 3 equals 17. Okay. So now they are very closer, aren't they? Right? So this, I could write this x to the power of negative 3. Do you agree with this? I could write this as 4x minus 1 multiplied by 4 to the power of negative 2. Do you agree with this? Okay. If I write it this way, then they match. Let's see. Let's continue it. So it would become 4x minus 1 plus 1 to the power of 4 to the power of x minus 1. So you could see that we are creating this multiplied by 4 to the power of negative 2 equals 17. Okay, remember that this is a negative power. If it goes on top, okay, this becomes 4 to the power of 2. Okay, in other words, I could also write this as, this is the same as 1 over 4 to the power of 2. Okay, so it's 1 over 16. It's going to be like this. It's going to be 1 over 16. And the result here would be 16. So this is actually a 16 here. So I'm going to go on and clean it right from here and make this one 16. Okay, that's quite better. And now from here, all we have to do is, you see this, I think, that they are the same. Just to make it look easier, we're gonna call them something else. So I'm gonna, instead of 4x minus 1, let's call them, yeah, y. So the equation will turn. So let me separate this part. Okay. The equation will turn into this. It will become y plus 16 over y equals 17. One thing we need to check, can for any value y be 0? Is it possible for this to be 0? No. So we're fine. Because we're fine, then we could multiply everything here by a y to get rid of this. So the equation will turn to y squared plus 16 equals 17y. Okay, so again, y squared plus 16. I'm going to do the minus first. Minus 17y plus 16 equals 0. So how to solve this equation quickly? We are looking for two numbers. Okay. These two numbers that we're looking for, if we multiply them, they give 16. If we add them, they give negative 17. What are the two numbers? Well, if I write 16 and 1, is it good if I write it here? 16, and if I write here 1, are they good enough? No. Well, because when we multiply them, they give this, but when we add them, they give positive 16. For that reason, both of them become negative 1 and negative 16. So for that reason, y could become, okay, either 1 or 16. Okay. Now we have this, remember? So from here, 4 to power of. So I'm going to write them here. Equals, in one case, if it equals 1, so 1, I could write it as 4 to power of 0. So 4 minus x is 0. Okay, so x would be 1. Okay, did you guess this right? X would be 1. I hope this was one of your guesses. And 4x minus 1 equals 4 to power of 2. So x minus 1 is 2. So x would be 3. Okay, so these are the two answers to this question. And let me see. Okay, so these are the final answers to the question. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, go all the way and click on the like buttons or subscription buttons or both.